Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I'm going to see now the Fusion PHP package from Aaron Francis, and I'm going to create a project and install this package and see. Now you can read the documentation here on the GitHub, which is very helpful, and I think he has explained everything. So first, Fusion expects to be installed in a Laravel application that uses inertia. For right now, maybe in the future it's going to change that, but for now we need to have the inertia to work this properly. So let's create a project and let's install this. So let's say Laravel new. Let's say Fusion example. Let's choose breeze because we need inertia. So let's use view with inertia because React right now is not supported. And let's create the project. SQLite for the database. Okay, now we need the cd in the Fusion and then run the npm install. Okay, I'm going to open this with the VS Code. If I open this with VS Code, I'm going to show you inside the resources now. Let's come here. We have the JS and here we have pages. We have the auth and profile, which comes by default with the breeze. Okay, let's open the browser and let's install this Fusion package. I'm going to copy this, open the terminal, let's clean and let's paste that in. Install, then we need to run php artisan fusion install. So let's do that. And this installation command will do the following. So publish the config fusion php file, make sure the correct storage directory exists, and so on. Now get started with routing. We have a file-based routing. So file-based routing is convenient when you want your URL structure to mirror your file structure. Okay. On the web.php, now we need to say Fusion pages. You also can say Fusion pages and say a root is the slash or slash something, for example. And the directory is marketing. So instead, it's going to, the root here is going to point directly to the marketing directory, not in the pages. So it's going to skip what we have inside the pages and it's going to point direct to marketing. Also, something else here and a route binding and so on. So let me just open the web PHP and I'm going to remove everything here and just use that Fusion. So let's say Fusion from Fusion and colon pages. And I think we are okay now here. Let's save and let's close this. Open the browser and yeah, we have some example here. So variable is named pod, but the route parameter is podcast and master the file name of podcast.view with the route model binding. Also, we have a new class here and say mount, the same thing we have in the Livewire. Now, public and podcast will be set to the route parameter. Also here using procedural PHP podcast prop from the route class app model podcast class. Also on the mount. Also like this. And yeah. Okay. Manual routing if you want. Fusion page one by one. So hello world component, custom hello world. And okay, we have a prop, expose, and mount. So we can say podcast to be equal with prop, and now the podcast is available on the front end. So as they are available in your view files by default. Okay, let's start and work. Yeah, we have a code highlighting problems. So, and this is how you can modify your PHP Storm because it's not working on the VS Code right now. So let's come here. I'm going to create a model and let's say PHP artisan make model. Let's name it post-m for migration. Okay, let's come here and open that post migration, which is going to be a simple one. Just add here a string, not for name, but say title here. Save and run the artisan migrate now. So PHP artisan migrate. Okay. Now let's come inside the pages, create a new directory, which is going to be posts. Inside the post, I'm going to create let me just show you. If I open the project in here, which is the Fusion example, and let's navigate the slash posts, we have for not found. If we create inside the post directory a new file named index.view, and let's say here script, let's use setup. And also template. And here I'm going to say main and add a h1 to say boss. Now if I come here and refresh, yeah, we need to run the npm run dev. So let's say npm run dev here. And if I refresh, it's going to work now. Yeah, we have posts, as you can see. Okay. Now let's see how we can work with the PHP tag inside the view component. We can say PHP, and here it's going to be the PHP block. Now we have PHP, we have script, we have template. We also can have style all in one file. But anyway, this is the new way with Fusion. Now, think the PHP block here as a controller. Let's say when we navigate to the index, what we need when we work with controller on the index is when we get all the posts, for example, because we work with posts here, and return to that view. And here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new class here. And in this new class, let's say first I'm going to create a public variable that assign posts. And then I'm going to say here public function mount. So when this is going to mount, I'm going to say this post all. Now, yeah, we have a problem with the code highlighting. So let's close this and let's open the PHP Storm. And here we have now, we created this variable post, and then on the mount, we set this post the post all. Okay. Then here, traditionally with view, we can say template and make a v4 post in post, add also a key, which is going to be post, and we can render, for example, let's say a h2 post title. Okay, but we don't have this post in the script. We have in the PHP tag now. And this is going to work. Let's see. Let's save this and let's open the browser, post, refresh, where we have pages, post not found. Yeah, we need to say, and yeah, we have here post now. We don't have any post. Let me just create a new post. I'm going to open here the Tinker and say app / models post and create a new post. For example, title to be first post. Yeah, I forgot to add the title on the post model. So let's say here fillable to be equal with just the title in our case. Let's say Tinker and here create the post. Good. If I see now, if I refresh, we can see we have a first post here. So we are making a loop through in the posts in view as the same. We have worked with a script, but now we have a PHP block with a post variable, and then on the mount we get the post. Let me just cut this and add a div with the class to be flex, and we'll say flex, or let's say justify between, and then pass the h1. But also I'm going to use a link from inertia, which is the pointer /ref, and let's say /post /create, and I'm going to say here create. Okay, let's import now. We need to import the link, so import the link from the inertia, and we need to add some classes, but let's see. Yeah, we have a create here, padding 4 first here, and then to this one I'm going to say just a class, a bit text, blue, or yeah, blue 400, and we have here the create. If I click here right now, we are going to have 404 not found, because we need to create a new file inside the resources.js pages posts. Let's create a new file, a new view component, which in the big create.view. And now let's zoom it for you. Let's close also the folders here, remove this styles because we don't need. On the template, I'm going to add the main, and inside let's add the h1 and say create a post. Okay, let's come here now. If I click on create, we have create posts. This is how the routes work. Okay, here let's store a new post now. Let's add a form, max width MD, MX auto, BG gray 300 rounded large, and also I'm going to say padding of 4. We need only the title, so let's say a div, and inside this div a label for title and an input for the title. Okay, then we need to add a button with type submit. Let's add some classes, so BG blue 600 and let's say store. Okay, remove this because we have duplicated. Duplicated attribute again. ID title. Yeah, we have ID title. The button. Where is the button? PG blue. Yeah, because we worked with dark mode, so let's say also dark PG blue. Let's say here, or not here. Let's open the app.blade and pass here a BG white. But if we are in dark mode, BG gray 900. And now we have a form here. Okay, we have a store. Good. Now let's see how we can create a new post, but not using script setup, but using the PHP. Okay. Let's say new class first. And here I'm going to create a public variable for the title. And then we can create a method or action called on the Fusion. So let's say public function. And the name, I'm going to name it create post. And here I'm going to say post, model post, create, and say title to be $sign this title. Okay, let's just indent this. We have a function here which is called action with the name create post, and here what we do is we just say post create title to this title. Okay, now how we can do that when we click here to call the create post, and how we can pass on this title what we put here. Typically with a Vue.js we can say here vmodel. Okay, and for example same title. If we had on the script setup the title variable, but now we have on the PHP, and this is how it's going to look the same thing. If we have a public title here, we can do the same also on the template, the same we had with the script. So this is valid now. Vmodel title with the form now. If we work with the script, we need to have a function called, for example, handle submit or create post, and we can say on the form on submit, and also use the .prevent and say, for example, handle form. But now we can use with PHP and we can call directly here the create post like this. We have here create post, not in the script, but this is very valid. Okay, right now when we click, we're going to call this create post, which is right here, and it's going to create a new post. Let's see. And also when we put something on the input, the title is going to be what we have here. Let's see, let's go back to post, and yeah, we have on the first post. So on the index, I'm going to change without the class here and text slate 200. Come here now, yeah, we have post and first post. Let's go and create, and let's create a second post. I'm going to say second post, say store, nothing happened. If I come here and refresh, we have second post. Okay, so this is how easy it is to create a new post. So, think the PHP block here as a mini controller. Very nice. Now, how we can do that? So on the create, when we create a post, I want the redirect on the post post index and update the post. I have worked with this, and for example, return redirect is not working right here because we are in the front end. And what we can do is create a method here. So let's create a constant, and I'm going to name it handle submit, which is going to be an async function. Okay. And here we can call the create post. Now, I don't know if this is how we are going to work with the PHP, but right now it's going to work. So if I say wait and call the create post here, this is going to work. Now we need to also change this, the handle submit. Okay. And of course, you can go and read more on the documentation. Yeah, it has some attributes, name to null by default, also attributes sync query string, but what I wanted to show you, yeah, here we have also, for example, this one is server only. This method is not disabled from the front end. Let's scroll down. Yeah, here, for example, we have a PHP, and here we have the name and also an email, public string name and email. And then we can import the use Fusion from $sign Fusion pages hello.js. We are here on the hello.view, and we can import that from the hello.js. So assuming this component is at the pages hello.view, now you can import the shim with the help of the $sign Fusion alias. Or import only the name, for example, import distract the name from the use Fusion and name. And we can display like this. Or import use Fusion and say const data. Yeah, you can do it like this. So here how we have actions called an actions on click favorite. So we have a public function favorite, and we can say favorite. Now we have also this approach. So you const favorite from the use Fusion, and then the same thing. And we can check if favorite dot processing. We have here processing, succeed, and so on. And let me just show you also this one. So on the button we can say, or let's come here and say template and if create post dot. Now I'm going to say if that is processing, I'm going to say loading. Okay. V else store. And also we have succeed here. But let me just show you this one. Come here, go to create, inspect the element, and I'm going to go to network, and here I'm going to choose here the regular 3G, just to see how it's going to work. So testing, and if I say store now, yeah, we have loading there. If I go back and refresh, Yeah, I'm going to close this because we don't need that. We have tests in here. Okay, next thing is, as I told you, when I store here, I want to redirect back. So for that, I'm going to import from the inertia. So let's import the router from the inertia. And then we are going to await the create post. And I'm going to check if the create post dot succeeded. Okay, because we had here succeeded, which is false. Or we can use this finished, but I'm going to say succeeded. So dot succeeded. I'm going to use the router, but not push router dot visit and say slash post. And I think we are okay. Let's see now. We are going to wait the create post. When this finished, we're going to check if that is succeed and return router visit post. Let's see on the browser now. If I refresh, let's go back and yeah, we have first, second, and testing. Let's create a new one now. Let's say a third post. Click store, and now we redirect the post and we have third post here. Okay, we can create one more. So let's say a final post. Let's say store here, and we have final post. Okay, that's it. How we can work with this right now with Fusion syncing state. Fusion does not automatically sync state back to the server. So if you add a V model, the bits of state that come from the server, we do not make any request as the values change. Okay, yeah, if the response is 422, the errors and error properties are updated because we have also here error which is null and errors. And if we have any error, it's going to fill these errors up. But this is the quick install and demonstration of the Fusion package from Aaron Francis. Okay friends, that's it all about this video, and don't forget, if you like such a videos, subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best, thank you very much.